It's Monday night. I'm James Brierton in Charlotte. Let's talk tropics. Three things in play here. Latest information from the National Hurricane Center showing Tropical Storm Nicholas off the coast of Texas. Then we have another area, disturbance number 1, with an 80% chance of development as we go through the course of the next 5 days. So a very good likelihood that this will form into something, but the good news is it's way out there. We've got time to track it. We'll circle back to it because our interest in this video is disturbance number 2, with a 50% chance of developing into some sort of tropical cyclone, most likely a tropical depression, by the time we go through the next 5 days. So we're talking about Thursday, Friday, Saturday time frame. We have a couple different model runs here to kind of set the stage for you. Let's talk first with the GFS, and we'll rewind it back to present time here on Monday night. We have Nicholas off the coast of Texas. Beautiful weather across the Carolinas, and that's going to continue for the next day or two. And then you can watch some of this moisture from Nicholas starting to make its way across the Carolinas. And as we get into Thursday, you'll see rain chances increasing to parts of the Carolinas, and certainly my lawn could use it. But then what we're watching for is right about in here. This is when the GFS really sees kind of a low pressure system organizing just off the outer banks. And this is the 8 p.m. prediction for the 16th, which is Thursday. And you can see some of the tropical moisture associated with that, but kind of widespread chances of seeing tropical moisture all across the mid-Atlantic and the southeast, either from the system offshore or from the remnants of Nicholas. The same thing with the Canadian model. Let's pull this back in time, show you here now as we play it forward. Monday night into Tuesday, Nicholas is starting to push some of that moisture off to the east. You'll notice this other line of moisture getting a little bit more organized here along a cold front that's going to be pushing down from New England. And then as we make our way into Thursday, there it is again. This is now at 8 a.m. on Friday morning. This is when the Canadian computer model predicts seeing a low pressure system off that outer banks and even some heavier rain across portions of, say, upstate South Carolina. Now, of course, a computer model doesn't mean that this is going to be in this exact spot at this exact moment, but we're looking for trends. So as we rewind the North American model, and we show this to you here, we have Nicholas off the Texas coast, moisture starting to develop across the deep south, that cold front pushing in from New England, and then bada boom, there's that low pressure system again off the Carolina coast on Friday, a little bit further off the coast here. Good news, you can see, and this illustrates it fairly well. A lot of times with low pressure systems like this, it's the eastern side or the northeastern side where a lot of that activity is centered on. So in all of these scenarios, the Carolinas are off to the west, but we are going to have to watch some of that moisture from Nicholas playing into this. So what do the professionals, the locals on the ground think about this? Here's the forecast discussion from the National Weather Service in Morehead City tonight. Currently, NHC, the National Hurricane Center, is forecasting a 50% chance of development with the GFS model, the first one we looked at, currently looking like it'll be offshore of the North Carolina coast by Thursday night. That being said, this isn't the only area of tropics we need to be watching because moisture from Tropical Storm Nicholas off the Texas coast could also push across the deep south and increase chances of precipitation late week into the weekend. Moisture from these two systems will become pinned, in the words of the meteorologist here at the National Weather Service, to the coast as a low-pressure system and the associated cold front push across New England, with that front extending through the mid-Atlantic states and into the Carolinas, kind of acting as a tail. The upshot will be much better rain chances for the end of the week and through the weekend. That'll help bring some relief to your gardens or your lawns. The increased cloud cover and decrease in insolation will help temperatures moderate a bit during this time period, with highs in the upper 80s and low temperatures in the 70s. So let's look at this here in terms of surface maps from the Weather Prediction Center, another arm of the National Weather Service. So here's Tuesday. We have Nicholas on the Texas coast. We have that blue H for high pressure, beautiful sunny weather across the Carolinas. You can expect that Carolina blue sky again. And then watch as we make our way through Tuesday, and now starting our way into Wednesday, you're starting to see green on the map, illustrating chances of rain, and then the red hash is chances of thunderstorms. So as we make our way into Wednesday, you can starting to see that high pressure is starting to get surrounded here as the tropical moisture from Nicholas starts to push on up. We have a little bit more of rain chances along the Carolina coast, and that cold front, that blue line extending in from the north. So by the time we get to, say, Thursday, chances of rain, chances of thunderstorms begin pushing into more of the Carolinas. You can see it here on Thursday afternoon. Of course, portions of the coastal areas of both North Carolina and South Carolina, and then even some thunderstorm chances on Friday in places like Charlotte or Asheville or Columbia. And then on Saturday, you can see, again, more scattered chances of rain and possibly thunderstorms. You can see here that they do have that low pressure system once again on Friday, just off the coast of the Carolinas. So again, we have about a 50% chance of seeing a tropical depression off the coast of the Carolinas as we head on later through the week. What you have to do at this point is just continue to monitor. If you have interest along the Outer Banks, maybe some upcoming travel, no need to cancel anything just yet, in my opinion, but do keep an eye on this forecast because you are going to probably have to anticipate seeing showers, thunderstorms, but more importantly, rough surf and rip currents along the Carolina coast and then extending up through the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. So that's the latest on this. For more weather and interviews and in-depth content, check out the Carolina Weather Group on YouTube. From Charlotte, I'm James Brierton. We'll talk to you again real soon.